Movement Online. I'm so glad that you checked out this video today. My name is Holly Labby, and I'm one of the pastors here at Movement Church, and we are in the midst of Holy Week right now. We are on the road to Easter, and I'm so excited about this weekend. We have our Easter trilogy. I'm really excited to hear about all the stories about how God is going to show up in the lives of people that watch the story and hear more about Jesus' life here on earth. You know, I was reading through the Gospels this week and preparing for Easter and kind of walking through Jesus's last days here on earth. And I came to this passage in the book of John that I wanted to share with you today. My prayer and hope is that it encourages and inspires you as you listen today. In the book of John, we see a lot of miracles from Jesus. And in chapter 6, where we're going to be today, there's the chapter, the section about Jesus feeding the 5,000 people. And that's an amazing miracle. Then right after that, you see the miracle of Jesus walking on water, which, holy smokes, Jesus is on a roll here with these miracles. And then right after that, we get to a passage. In my Bible, it's titled The Bread of Life. And this is where I want to camp out today. I'm going to read you a few different passages that kind of stuck out to me. And in this, we see the crowd that saw Jesus do these miracles, these feeding the 5,000. These people were looking for Jesus. Jesus had gone off with his disciples after that, and the crowd was looking for him. The crowd came to the disciples and said, "Where is Jesus?" And it was really cool to see Jesus' answer to this. He said, "Truly I tell you, you are looking for me, not because you saw the signs that I did in the miracles, but because you ate the loaves and were filled." And what Jesus is referring to in this passage is the feeding of the 5,000. That in this, there was a great miracle that Jesus did. But what he gave them was more than just food, more than just a few loaves and a couple fish. He truly filled them. It goes on to say, "Don't work for the food that perishes, but for the food that will last for eternal life, which the Son of Man will give to you, because God the Father has set his seal of approval on him." A few more verses down, Jesus goes on to say, "I am the bread of life. No one who comes to me will ever be hungry. No one who believes in me will ever be thirsty again." This is such an encouragement for us today as we walk into this Easter season. A reminder, what are we filling our lives with? What are we looking to that we feel satiates our hunger and thirst for fulfillment in this world? I know that there are a lot of times that I fill my week with things that maybe are not the most fulfilling things. You know, I watch a lot of TV or I'll listen to podcasts about great topics and I'll be on the phone with all my friends and family. But sometimes if we go into that thinking that that will fill us, we are missing out on so much. In verse 35, I'll read it again. It says, "I am the bread of life." You know, in this passage just alone, it says, Jesus says, "I am the bread of life" over 10 times. You know, if Jesus says something more than once or twice, we should pay attention to it. I think Jesus knew that even back in the day that he was telling these people this in real face-to-face contact, that we have this proclivity to fill ourselves with things that are not Jesus, that are not of Jesus. And I think that so often aren't bad in and of themselves. But when we go to them looking for fulfillment, we will come up empty every time. What would it look like if today you and I sat in the stillness of a moment and really got fulfillment from Jesus, pressed into his presence and asked him to fill us in the way that only he can fill us? I think so often we are looking for something. We're looking for satisfaction. How do you replenish yourself in this season? Today, what are you looking for today? Bringing that awareness to mind. Are you feeling sad today? Are you grieving something? Are you feeling really happy and joyful and you're on a mountaintop moment? I think in each of those moments is an opportunity to press into Jesus and have him fill us. that we don't have to depend on the things of this world to continue to bring us life, but Jesus died so that you could be in relationship with him. It's a great reminder this week, and we're actually going to be taking communion this Sunday, this Easter Sunday, and it's going to be a reminder to us that Jesus is the only thing that can fill us. Thanks for checking this out. I encourage you to read through this passage. It is John 6:22 through 59. I encourage you to read that this week as we prepare for Easter and as we prepare for communion together this weekend.